warm welcome inside Platt Arena. It's Preston Husband and Ross Gosnell. Before we get things going here on FDN Sports, we are going to send it over to the PA announcer inside Platt Arena and show you the Senior Day coverage here on FDN Sports. We'll talk to you in just a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've stopped the clock at 12 minutes because of Senior Day, but in front of that, we have a very special guest with us today for our games here in Platt Arena. Last month, the Board of Trustees selected the next president of Huntington University, Dr. Robert Pepper, graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree. He graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in history from Messiah College in Grantham, Pennsylvania in 1992. He followed that with a Master of Science degree in counseling, college student development from Shippensburg University in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania in 1994, and a PhD in organizational leadership from Regent University in 2009. Dr. Pepper has served at Messiah University in roles of increasing responsibility since 1993. He began as a residence hall director overseeing student life initiatives. His roles grew to encompass broader responsibilities, such as Director of Graduate Enrollment and Student Services. His success in that role led to his appointment as the Interim Assistant Provost, and later as Associate Provost, Dean of the School of Graduate and Professional Studies. Dr. Pepper currently serves in the role of Executive Director and Assistant to the President for Innovation and University Partnerships. Dr. Pepper's been married to his lovely wife, Kristen, since 1993. Together, they've raised 3 children, Colby, Micah, and Aubrey. Please join me in giving a warm Forrester welcome to the incoming 14th president of Huntington University, Dr. Robert Pepper. Thank you, Dr. Pepper, for being with us today and joining us for this special time. We'd like to welcome you to this afternoon's special senior event here at Huntington University. Before we begin the game, we want you to take a moment to honor our graduating student athletes, their hard work, dedication, and contributions to the Forrester basketball program. First up, we have senior forward Kamani Smith. Kamani is joined by his parents, Eugene and Tanaka Smith, as well as his brother, Pierre, and his sister, Kiara. He will graduate with a degree in business management and a minor in IT, with plans to pursue a career in architecture. After 3 seasons at Rio Grande, Kamani joined the Foresters for his final year and made an immediate impact with his defensive tenacity and his competitive spirit. He will conclude his career with over 500 points and over 300 rebounds. Congratulations, Kamani Smith. Next up is senior forward Roman Brevier. Roman is accompanied today by his friends and teammates. He will complete his Master of Business Administration degree this summer and plans to return to Belgium to play professional basketball while working in finance in Luxembourg. A key part of the Foresters' success over the past 2 seasons Roman has brought defensive versatility and toughness. He will finish his career with over 200 points, but an absolutely impressive field goal percentage of nearly 75%. Let's hear it for Roman Revere. Next up, we have senior guard Max Gizzi. Max is joined by his parents, Mike and Sarah Gizzi. He will also complete his MBA this summer and plans to pursue a career in healthcare finance. Max joined the Foresters for his final season after a successful career at Marian University, where he earned all conference and all defensive honors. He brought veteran leadership, high IQ point guard play, and relentless defensive intensity to the team. Max will finish his career with over 800 points, 300 assists, and an outstanding 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. He has won 114 college basketball games and will soon compete in his 5th NAIA national tournament. Thank you, Maximus Gizzi. The next two seniors have completed 4-year careers at Huntington, winning over 90 games with a 70% winning percentage. They have been instrumental in leading the Foresters to their 4th straight NAIA National Tournament appearance. At this time, I want to introduce to you Landon Jordan. Landon is escorted by his parents, Ricky and Carla Jordan. He will graduate this spring with a degree in criminal justice and will continue his playing career professionally overseas. Landon has been a highlight machine, known for his high-flying dunks, shot blocking, and his overall passion for the game. He recently surpassed the 1,000-point milestone and will finish with over 700 rebounds. A multiple-time All-Crossroads League selection, Landon looks to lead the Foresters on a deep postseason run. Ladies and gentlemen, Landon Jordan. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we want to introduce senior guard Lane Sparks. Lane is joined by his parents, Ryan and Kelly Sparks. He will graduate this spring with a degree in sports management and a minor in business, with plans to enter the workforce. One of the most prolific scorers in Forester history, Lane currently sits at 2,174 career points, ranking 7th on Huntington's all-time scoring list. It really shows how prolific scorers are for Huntington, because Lane is also in the top 10 nationally in scoring. Lane has been a Crossroads League Freshman of the Year, a multiple-time first-team all-conference selection, and a Bevo Francis Award finalist, recognizing the top players in small college basketball. We're excited to watch him lead the Foresters in one final postseason run. Please give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Lane Sparks. Forester fans, what a great group of Forester teammates we have here. Let's hear it one more time for the incredible 2025 senior class. There are some potential records that might be broken today. While I have everyone's attention, Lane Sparks needs 35 points to tie Alex Cook for 6th place on the HU scoring leaders list. Drew Goodline needs 5 assists to reach 100 on the season. And Maximus Gizzi currently has 101 assists this season. Ladies and gentlemen, what an outstanding Forester basketball team we have this year. Now
What is Forester Camps? Forester Camps is an intentional camping experience at Huntington University that focuses on academics and gives students, high school students, an opportunity to learn about a specific major or place of study and have a week-long experience living into that space.
We have this focus on connecting our faith with our craft. And a lot of places you might go and learn about how to use the equipment and maybe learn about jobs that are going to be out there. But with our camp, we also talk about what does it mean to connect what I believe with the craft that I actually want to practice. How can I live out my faith in an environment that's really nurturing and loving and kind and giving? That really sets us apart from a lot of camps.
I can honestly say that I've made some amazing friends that I think I will be friends with throughout my lifetime because of the grace of God. And these friends, I mean, we play 9 square together and we sing praises together, and it's just friendship that you can't get anywhere else.
Something really cool that we've gotten to see within the students is their faith journeys. It's accepting the Lord for the first time or just growing deeper in their relationship with the Lord and their relationship with others, and discipleship has just been really cool to see.
One of my favorite parts probably is like our devotional time. I love anything that has to do with Jesus, and devotion time is pretty fun.
When you add Jesus into any group of students or any group of people in tight-knit community living together, he comes and shows up and brings heaven. And when we think about camp, we think about the campfire experience on the last night, singing Kumbaya. But really, it's this heaven coming to earth, meeting people where they are in this moment that is like it's supposed to be. And I think that's what makes camp beautiful and just really, really special.
Matt always likes to say it's heaven on earth, and it's so true. Campers just get to come together and bond in a way that they wouldn't at the normal school year or at any other activity. The students just really get to come together and build those strong relationships.
Everybody here is just so welcoming in every aspect. Everybody just loves everybody and is there, and you can say hi to somebody you don't even know and they'll say hi back.
The counselors were so welcoming. Like when we got here, like I was a half hour early and they were like, it's okay, let's go.
I think we see social emotional growth happen from night 1 to night 2 very, very quickly, where they're like, oh, I can do this. Oh, college is okay. Oh, I'm not afraid to be in a new place. Once they're over that scared hump of chaos, of social chaos, then they're like, oh, now I get to learn about the things I'm passionate about. They get to learn about Jesus. They get to learn about nursing or television and film. They get to learn about how to create amazing animation. And so we see growth in them socially, then we see growth in them spiritually, and then we see growth in how they actually perform an academic skill.
And they're just soaking it all up. And at the beginning, some of them might be a little bit intimidated about jumping in, but then once they do, you just see them start to flourish right away.
I would always recommend this camp. If they're hesitant to try it, like, I just need to tell them, like, just go for it. Like, because I was hesitant, but I just kept getting told by, like, God and everything, like, just go. Like, even if you don't know anybody, you'll find somebody.
Definitely would encourage them to come, and the reason I would say that is because we have amazing counselors, amazing teachers, and like there's good food too, and the fun activities like laser tag that we did today, and so definitely all those little small things, but they make a big impact.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
My name's Allie.
Micah Gilliam.
What has your passion project been this year semester?
So over the summer, I shot a mockumentary called The Ballad of Mr. Cokes.
My friends and I started a podcast called 2.5.
So I had the opportunity a few months ago to go to Jamaica with Huntington, and so that was like my big project in May.
And it's just really fun being able to use the equipment that Huntington University provided us, and we're able to do something that I feel like a lot of people our age kind of joke about, and we're able to have a podcast.
Because Huntington is very production focused, I think you have so many just so much equipment at your disposal, and I think it allows, at least for me, it kind of sparks an interest to kind of just be like, hey, I want to learn how to use this, and I want to use that for my own projects.
I think probably just creating a video in another country and just a documentary like that. I always wanted to do that, and it was really crazy because just out of my freshman year I was able to do that. And I think that's something that's really unique about Huntington, is that you can create your passion projects just right out of the gate your freshman year.
The freedom of being able to access equipment was a huge factor of me coming to Huntington University. It made me feel like my creativity was being pushed, and that it was something that they really valued, and that it wasn't just school, and that they really cared about what I was creating and me as an artist.
I'd say don't be afraid to get into it. I think asking around and asking people at the Cage and the film professors here, they've been through it all, and I'd say whatever scenario you have on your set, they can definitely help you out with that.
Passion projects here in the DMA program have allowed my imagination to flourish in ways that I never really dreamed would be possible.
I mean, I would say just, find some friends, take a camera and just shoot something. I think that's the heart of every one of these kind of shorts or videos. It's just people wanting to have fun, and they like stories and they want to tell them. And I don't know what's better than that.
Hello everyone, and welcome inside of Platt Arena. It is a special day for 5 players on the Huntington Foresters. It is senior day, their last regular season home game here in Platt Arena, Ross. And we'll take you through those 5 starters here in just a few seconds. It's been a special season for this Forester team, and especially for all these guys graduating. They have had all a big impact on this program, and we'll see that here early today with 5 seniors in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
I think we lost Ross currently on our audio, so we'll currently work on that to try to get things going. You can see here it's the Goshen Maple Leafs and the Huntington Foresters, who are 21-6. We've got the Goshen Maple Leafs broadcast crew next to us, so a couple of things got a little touchy with the audio, and we'll see if we can get Ross going here before we tip off. Either way, Huntington right now, they're locked in the 3rd spot, and the situation is for their conference tournament, it will be either Indiana Wesleyan or St. Francis. Right now, Spring Arbor and St. Francis are playing one another. If Spring Arbor beats St. Francis, Huntington will be playing USF. If IWU were to lose, or St. Francis were to beat Spring Arbor, Indiana Wesleyan, who, by the way, is out of the top 4 for the first time in Greg Tonigal's entire career, would come into town. So today still has plenty of implications for the Crossroads League tournament, and we will see who Huntington ends up playing. But today they've got Goshen College in front of them. 5-22 record, 0-17 in the conference. They have not won a conference game here in now over 2 years, but they're looking to get on track here today. Huntington will start a different lineup. today. They actually will go with Maximus Gizzy, Kamani Smith, Roman Bruvier, Jackson Paul, and Lane Sparks. Not exactly sure why Landon Jordan's not getting the start as well, with Jackson Paul returning, unless that's maybe a typo. DJ Bryant, Judas Simfukwe, Richard Wilson, along with Marcus Northern and Baraj Muranovic will start for Goshen today. Goshen has played a couple of teams tight. They took Taylor to overtime earlier this year, but Coach Kyle Capps still looking to get back on track in the Crossroads League and get this program heading in the right direction. Either way, you can expect a good game any night at any time against a Crossroads League opponent. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. There is 1 minute left till tip. We will have starting lineup and the video board ready to go, and then we'll come back for tip-off between the Maple Leafs and the Huntington Foresters.
And you, the fans, can enjoy this game here this afternoon.
I'm Micah.
And I'm Smai.
And we filmed a short documentary in South Korea. The documentary was telling the stories of North Korean defectors who escaped into South Korea. We really just wanted to highlight how important unification is for the countries.
One of my favorite moments was when we were cooked a traditional North Korean meal by one of the defectors.
Another really cool moment was that we had missionaries from the Netherlands, from the United States, and from Korea all in the same place. I'm working on this documentary together, and there was just like 3 different languages bouncing around all the time, and it was just like so cool to be in that like presence of so many languages.
One of the hardest challenges was the translation. Obviously, Mike and I both don't speak Korean. We didn't have enough time there to learn any Korean.
I think we're both really excited for the impact of this documentary. And I think it's like exactly kind of our wheelhouse and what we want to go into, because we're telling just really real and honest stories.
I mean, Jesus told stories to people all the time because it was hard for them to figure out a way to completely understand what he was talking about. It definitely reaches people in a different way than a lot of things can.
A 6'5" sophomore forward, number 34, Jiraj Minarovic. At one guard, a 6'8" sophomore, number 23, Marcus Northern. Also at guard, 6'3" senior, number 12, Richard Wilson. Also starting for the Maple Leafs, 6'1" junior guard, number 5, Judas Simfukwe. And rounding out the Maple Leafs starting lineup will be 5'9" senior guard, number 2, DJ Bryant.
On the floor, Huntington was 100% in defensive rebound. There is no shot that Carroll can guard Rubier in the paint. Now Busy wants a 3, and he rattles it in. Wow! Let's wait for it on a poster and the free throw coming. Sparks back to the rim and a chance for another 3-point play.
Set and ready for tip-off between the Goshen Maple Leafs and the Huntington Foresters. Huntington locked in the 3 spot in the Crossroads League. We'll wait and see if we've got Ross available and ready. 20 minutes on the clock, and Huntington looking for their 22nd win. Coach Corey Alford, in his 5th season, continues to take this team to national tournaments year in and year out. And let's go ahead and see the starters for the Foresters. Lane Sparks, Roman Bruvier, Kamani Smith, Max Gizzy, and it looks like Landon Jordan. So there was a typo. I thought there might have been, as Huntington will start a different starting lineup than what we saw. Roman Bruvier, he might not be out there for extremely long because he's still battling a foot injury, but he's at least going to be out there to start this game as Kamani Smith is introduced. Huntington will graduate 6 players. Is that right, Ross? Is my math right, or is it 5 players?
5 players.
5 players. So Drew Goodline's coming back. That's the good news for you Forester fans at home. And it looks like they will still maybe announce Landon Jordan. He can't start 6. As Caden Johnson is out there as well, and we are ready to go. So I think we've got you back. I think I heard you in program here.
Yeah, can you hear me through the...
If someone in the comments can let us know, you can hear Ross Gosnell, we'd love to know. I think we do have you back, Ross, so don't mess with that box anymore.
Oh, I'm not going to mess with that box anymore. Let's get this game rolling now.
We're ready to roll. 5-22 Goshen against 21-6 Huntington. Once again, the scenario is Huntington locked in at the 3 spot. Spring Arbor beats St. Francis. Huntington will host St. Francis. If St. Francis beats Spring Arbor, Huntington will host Indiana Wesleyan. That's the scenario. Of course, IWU has to win against Marion. Huntington has to win against Goshen. And we are set and ready to go. That game will be played Tuesday night here in Platte Arena, no matter who they're playing. It will be a home game for the Foresters, as Coach Corey Alford has had 3 straight seasons at home in the first round of the Crossroads League tournament. Looks like Landon Jordan was trying to get ready, and now he is ready to roll.
I think he's fired up about senior day here at Platte Arena.
It's emotional for a lot of these guys. 2 of them have been here the entire 4 years. That's Landon and Lane. And they're gonna jump it up. Rouvier is gonna go foul, and Huntington is gonna be safe with Rouvier as he's playing with a foot injury right now. He'll get a nice standing ovation as Rouvier is trying to get healthy before he gets ready to play in the Crossroads League tournament. Man, Roman has been excellent this season. Unfortunately, battling an injury the last few games. He's missed now essentially 4 straight as Wilson fires off the mark. But they want to get him ready for the big games coming up this week.
Hey, he's going to be healthy for it, that's for sure.
Good to see him not in a boot out there on the court, and good to know that there is a chance he comes back. Smith, tough catch inside against Richard Wilson. Kamani strong to the rim, left it short, and it was nearly kept in by Jordan, but it's going to be Goshen's basketball.
This should be an exciting one for these seniors, getting their special moments here, in their moments here today.
All 5 on the court have had tremendous careers, all over 500 points. Jackson Paul, who's in, will be coming back along with Drew Goodline, who we'll see soon. But they're going to give Kamani Smith an extended run. He's really been excellent as of late. Hit a big 3 against Taylor in that game on Wednesday night. Sparks straight to the rim with the right hand, couldn't get it to go. Gizzy fights for it. Richard Wilson able to pull it away. Huntington 0 for 2 to start the day.
Great rebound there from Richard Wilson to get Goshen with their offense set up.
Simfukwe will swing it to Northern. The sophomore falls away, airballed it right in the hands of Kamani Smith. Coming off 3 points and 3 rebounds against the Taylor Trojans on Wednesday night. JP had 9 in that one. Landon Jordan was 16 and 16. He's quick to work, banks it, and it just didn't drop as it's into the hands of Wilson again, who's racking up the rebounds early.
Just a little bit short there from Lando.
Minarovich puts it on the floor. Not really a true big out there right now for Goshen. This is what Minarovich does. High release, short, rebound fought for, and looks like Jackson Paul took it out of the hands of Lane Sparks, and it's back to Goshen.
A little miscommunication there between Lane Sparks and Jackson Paul there, who did get the rebound too.
So no points yet here on senior day. It was a slow start for the women's team as well, but they got it going late and then ended up taking care of business. They're playing great basketball as well. DJ Bryant puts it on the floor. Small guard ripped away by Smith. Loose ball. Jackson Paul diving after it. He's able to get it, and now Smith leading the break. Sparks up top. Landon Jordan at the rim.
Nice dunk there to Landon Jordan to get to his first points of the ball game for HU.
Sparks has thrown that pass maybe a few too many times this season, and it's led to a couple of turnovers. This time, he found the hands of Landon Jordan, who crammed it, and it looks like Minarovich is down behind the play. I didn't see what happened, but Minarovich is down behind the play with 17:50 left. And I think while he's down, if we can, we'll go ahead and take a short break on FDN Sports as Landon Jordan starts the scoring for the Foresters.
To me, Forester Camps is amazing.
To me, Forester's Camps is cool.
To me, Forester Camps is a great experience. I've always had just like a genuine interest for art, and our art teacher.
Minarovich able to hop off the court. He'll take a seat at the end of the bench as quickly into this game, Goshen forced to make a change. Savion Williams comes in for the first time today. Northern, he'll put it on the floor and try to head towards the rim. Good job by Jordan recovering as DJ Bryant has it back in his hands. Williams right in the game looking to score. Northern top of the key three, nearly gets the friendly roll, and then Landon Jordan knocked it to Kamani Smith.
Hey, a little bit of a teammate combination there between Kamani and Lando.
Jackson Paul fall away too and hits it.
A good fadeaway shot there for Jackson Paul here.
4-0 lead for the Foresters, 3 minutes into the game. We'll get that scoreboard updated for you here in just a second. I think the stats might not be linking up in the arena as Williams takes a triple, and that's the first three of the night for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, that's a good three-point basket there for Savion Williams for Goshen.
Williams averaging 6.5 points per game from Cleveland, Ohio. He went to Des Moines Community College before Goshen. Gizzy looking to go to his 5th straight national tournament, takes a short shot. Jordan's there to clean it up.
A little bit of a dump there from Landon Jordan, there grabbing that offensive rebound.
6-3 Foresters. Jordan's up to 4 points already as DJ Bryant will drive right past Jackson Paul for his first 2.
Just a nice, easy basket there for DJ Bryant.
And a foul is going to be called on Savion Williams as him and Jordan were battling inside, and they've got to be smart with Landon. He's a physical player, but Williams, as soon as he came into the game, decided he was going to be physical. First foul. Scoreboard says 6-6 in the arena, but I believe it's 6-5. Is that right, Ross?
Yeah, it should be 6-5 right now, Huntington.
So Huntington up 1. Sparks rises and rattles in a triple.
That's a nice start for Lane Sparks here for the Foresters.
So 4 minutes gone in this first half. Sparks scores his first 3. He's coming off 32 against Taylor on Wednesday night. Williams looking for another strong, good line in for the first time. Able to yank it down.
Strong contestant shot there for Landon Jordan on the closeout.
Izzy looking inside to Landon Jordan. Landon up and under, strong with it. Williams able to defend it well and grab the miss. Good move, just didn't get the finish there for Landon Jordan.
Just didn't get the right roll and timing there for Lando.
We'll get that score bug up as soon as possible. In the arena here as well, we're having issues with the live stats, so it's not our fault necessarily. It's live stats that have been off. Wilson takes a bad shot. Gizzy goes coast to coast through the contact, and he's got 2.
Good job there by Max Gizzy there.
And Coach Kyle Capps wants a timeout. It's a 30, but it's also going to send us to our first media timeout. At the moment, Huntington up 11-5 when we come back on FDN Sports.
I'm Micah.
And I'm Smai.
And we filmed a short documentary in South Korea. The documentary was telling the stories of North Korean defectors who escaped into South Korea. We really just wanted to highlight how important unification is for the countries.
One of my favorite moments was when we were cooked a traditional North Korean meal by one of the defectors.
Another really cool moment was that we had missionaries from the Netherlands, from the United States, and from Korea all in the same place. I'm working on this documentary together, and there was just like 3 different languages bouncing around all the time, and it was just like so cool to be in that like presence of so many languages.
One of the hardest challenges was the translation. Obviously, Mike and I both don't speak Korean. We didn't have enough time there to learn any Korean.
I think we're both really excited for the impact of this documentary. I think it's like exactly kind of our wheelhouse and what we want to go into because we're telling just really real and honest stories.
Northern before the buzzer knocks it in.
That was a great three-point shot there for Marcus Northern.
Good ball movement there as well by Goshen to get that shot as Williams goes down against Caden Johnson. Caden was an all-freshman team player his first year at Goshen. Jackson Paul couldn't get it, but Caden Johnson tips it right back in.
A little bit of a scoop and score there from Caden Johnson.
Caden at 6'11", 200 pounds, able to get his hands on a lot of these loose balls right around the rim. Simfukwe had a really nice career at Goshen, actually. He's been their best player for quite a few years, and now Gizzy reaches in, and he's called for the personal foul. So even though Goshen's having a tough year, Simfukwe, he's someone to watch. He's averaging 13.1 points per game and has been in double digits the last 3 seasons. And I thought we had a media timeout, but now we've got another. 13-8, 14-11 left in the first half when we come back.
To me, Forester Camps is definitely a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
Telling.
Something that everybody can find something that interests them.
A space to learn new things in a safe environment.
To me, Forester Camps is getting to be a home away from home, I guess. You learn a lot here and you learn it well.
I plan on being an author once I'm done with college, so this seemed like a really fun opportunity for me.
It was just glad to meet new people in general and just kind of enjoy the workshop and just take away what I can from it and make myself a better writer.
That whole thing about how to write for musicals, I'd never even thought of that before, but that was awesome.
.11 left in the first half. A little back and forth affair here early. It's 13-8 Foresters. Take a look at some of the halftime scores and early scores in the Crossroads League. Spring Arbor is up 18 at the half over St. Francis. So if the Foresters want to play St. Francis, that's the good news. However, IWU down 10-8 early against Marion. They need an IWU win and a Spring Arbor win to face St. Francis on what would be Tuesday night in the quarterfinals. Any other result would bring IWU to Huntington. Northern, shifty move, double team by Caden Johnson and Jackson Paul. It's Kenny May who's in the game. A shooter from the outside. Simfukwe from the volleyball line, strong. Caden Johnson rises and tips it to himself.
That's a nice rebound there from Caden Johnson.
Goodline, who was the hero on Wednesday night, knocked in a triple, in fact 2 threes in the final 5 seconds to win Huntington a game in overtime. Johnson, big size advantage, uses the friendly roll.
Advantages are advantages if you're Caden Johnson right now.
15-8, 13 minutes left in the first half. Another change coming here soon for Coach Kenny Capps as that one's knocked out of play. Kyle Capps, excuse me. Kenny May is 55. And we'll see Baran Aslan coming in for the first time from Istanbul, Turkey. There's a couple of international players on this Goshen team, one for the Foresters as well, and that's been key to their success as of late for both teams. May spins against Jackson Paul, tough move. Drew Goodline was there, but Jackson ripped it away for a rebound.
That was a great effort there from Jackson Paul getting things going.
Jackson able to get it back, finds Gizzy in the corner for a wide open 3, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net.
That was a nice assist there from Jackson Paul to Max Gizzy for a 3-pointer.
18-8, already a 10-point lead for the Foresters as they're putting the pressure on the Maple Leafs here early. Hey, thought about a long 3, good defense by Sparks. Savion Williams against Caden Johnson, uses his big body and scores on the 6'11 forward.
That was a great job there by Savion Williams, getting that great basket over Caden Johnson.
Sparks faked the triple, drives to the rim, takes a little mid-range J as it rattles in and out, and it's pulled down by Aslan, guard in his sophomore season. Williams done most of the work here early, bounces that one in. Jackson Paul lost the loose ball. Northern open for his second triple, and then the third opportunity, Kenny May cleans it up.
That was a great job there by Kenny May, just cleaning it up there for the Maple Leafs.
The ball will start the offense here. Out there with a couple of guards and one big as JP falls away again. Fighting for it, Caden Johnson, and he's the one whistled for the foul. Take a look at the replay here. Caden Johnson called for the hold on Williams as Landon Jordan will check in. And Caden Brenner, we'll see him for the first time this afternoon.
Basketball on the end line.
Tell you what, going back to some of those other games around the league, Ross, I don't think anyone wants to see Spring Arbor right now because they're on a roll. Playing some really good basketball. We saw that last weekend here in Platte Arena. A different type of style than you're used to seeing. Oslin finds Northern, looking for that second triple again. And again, it's strong. Sparks rises and collects.
Kind of great box out there from Drew Goodline to make Layton Sparks get the rebound.
Lane strong on his triple. Simfukwe grabs the miss. Sparks did score 32, but it wasn't the most efficient 32 against Taylor. Even though 32 is 32, he did grab 11 rebounds as well, and he's working on a good rebounding game here today. This time, Sparks goes to the rim, missed it again, and he's missed his last three.
HU's got to slow down the tempo and get their ball movements going.
Simfukwe lost the handle. Williams open, short. Might have been tipped by Jordan.
That's why I was kind of thinking it was kind of tipped there.
Sparks too quick ahead to Jordan, who gets the loose ball. And now Landon was thinking about starting the offense. It'll be Drew Goodline. Haven't called his name tonight. Brenner goes to his left, fires, and hits.
Hey, that's what Cade Brenner does when he's hot. He's hot from the three-point arc.
He really struggled against Taylor on Wednesday night. 3 turnovers in about 12 minutes of action. Missed his 1-3. But that is a welcome sight if he can get 1 or 2 threes to go in. Sparks has another rebound. He goes to Drew Goodline. Brenner from the same spot. That one's strong. Sparks tipped it away. Williams collects it. Simfukwe will spin, take a tough 2, and a chance for a 3-point opportunity as that's Max Gizzy's second personal.
That was a great job there by Simfukwe causing that foul on Max Gizzy.
So Gizzy picks up actually what looks to be his first. I thought it was his second. Either way, we're at the under 10 media. It's 21-14 Foresters on FDN Sports.
To me, Forester Camp is fellowship.
To me, Forester Camp is like engaging.
To me, Forester Camp was inspiring.
I hoped that I would be able to make more friends who have not really been around much.
How I describe this camp is pretty chill and like fun.
And it's fun too. It's something that like people can be engaged in and have a great time, but also still learn life lessons and lessons about the Bible, kind of see the world from a different perspective.
Fun every single day, and you meet a lot of new people. It's pretty judgment-free because everyone's all in the same boat.
You don't really have anything to lose by coming to the camp. I think a lot of people are scared to take that risk. I could promise you that you wouldn't be bored or not have a good time here.
Something only happens one time in the universe. It never happens exactly the same. So like, you better take your opportunity while you can.
Judah Simfukwe will be at the line, a chance for a 3-point opportunity as we come out of the break here. Take a look at Lane Sparks. He's got 2,147 points heading into this one. He needs 35 points today to tie Alex Cook. He's 7th right now by himself. That would move him to 6th. Drew Goodline as well. He needs 5 assists to get to 100 assists on the year. Max Gizzy is over 100 already as Simfukwe is one of those positive spots on this Goshen team. Has his first 3. He welcomes some new teammates in. Braden Allen, a transfer from IUPUI in the game as well, wearing number 14. Small lineup right now for this Goshen team.
Very small.
Jackson flips it in to Kamani Smith, who is fouled by Richard Wilson. As those two battling hard. Richard Wilson at 6'3". Kamani is a strong 6'5". I mean, he's got a lot of size And he has been really good for HU while they've been without Roman Brouvier. Big to big, Jordan Jam, that's 2 already on the afternoon.
That's typical there from Kamani Smith to Landon Jordan, that little bit of that Fort Wayne connection.
We've seen that play a lot, and you're right, they're really good friends, Ross, and that's a big reason why Kamani Smith came here. He was at Rio Grande for the 3 years before this, as Simfukwe loves going back to the basket. Oslin will drive and kick, open for DJ Bryant, who finds Richard Wilson. Great ball movement, just not able to knock it down was Wilson. A couple of good possessions, though, by Goshen.
There was a lot of clean ball possessions there, those past 2 rundowns there for Goshen.
Good line, drives into the lane. Brenner from the left wing again, and he gets his 3rd one to go. He's now 2 for 3. And man, if Brenner can just knock down 2 triples a game, Ross, Huntington is so much better.
Oh yeah, Cade Brenner, if he knocks down from the same spot every time where he's hot at, nobody can stop him.
Loves shooting it from the wings, and that was another good line assist as Simfukwe stood on the half-court line. That's a turnover.
Yeah, right now Goshen's got 2 turnovers here in the first half.
Savion gonna come in and check in for Oslin, who will check out. Huntington, 11-point lead now. This is their largest of the day as they continue to get a lot of good looks right at the rim. Jackson Paul to Drew Goodline. He works off the screen. Landon Jordan, almost another highlight reel, unable to corral it.
Another one could be on his resume there.
He's got a good one. Is Simfukwe able to collect his balance. Good line, good hands, knocked it away.
So far, HU's playing good defense so far.
Simfukwe to DJ Bryant. Small guard will go off the dribble, and again, knocked away. Bryant stepped on the end line, so a couple of turnovers in a row here by the Maple Leafs.
A little bit of a back-to-back turnovers here for Goshen.
Right now, once again, looks around the Crossroads League. IWU has extended their lead now to 10 over Marion. Once again, you need an IWU win, Forrester win, and Spring Arbor win to host St. Francis. Any other result will bring IWU here. Good line to Brenner. Thought about shooting a 3, puts it on the floor. Jordan was pushed from behind by DJ Bryant. He was ready to rise and jam again. Talked to his grandpa before the game. Sometimes his grandpa can't always get here, and told us how appreciative he is of FDN Sports and all the students that do such a good job to bring those games when his family can't come into town. It was a really nice chat with him. He said he doesn't know if he'll make it back as much once Landon's gone, but he has enjoyed watching his grandson have a really great career. See Landon Beagle in for the first time. It's Jackson Paul, Max Gizzy, Beagle, Caden Johnson, and Kamani Smith. Celebrating senior day for a handful of Foresters. Gizzy to Beagle. He puts it on the floor, bounce it in. Smith got the size on Wilson. Good footwork, just missed it at the rim.
Yeah, Kamani had great footwork, but just couldn't finish there with that basket.
He's 0 for 2 here, but still providing some good rebounding and defense as he usually does. Bryant, trapped by Gizzy, has to give it off to Savion Williams, and Simfukwe nearly had it knocked away by Jackson Paul. Jackson just moves his feet so well. There it is again. Williams, late shot clock. Beagle with the steal.
Great sneaky defensive move there from Landon Beagle.
Beagle will stop, shoot, off the mark. Kept alive. Kamani Smith runs it down. Loose ball to Braden Allen, who is then fouled by Smith in transition.
Man, a lot of hustle effort here for HU.
So 6:43 left. Braden Allen will head to the free throw line, where he is 78% on the season. Allen from Brazil, Indiana. 26 games, 5 starts this year. Right around 17 minutes per contest. Right-handed guard fires the first and misses it. Ross, did you watch the game on Wednesday night against Taylor?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got it catch the nitpick of it with Drew Goodline hit 2 big threes down the stretch with 8 seconds to go.
Remarkable.
It's remarkable.
The win percentage for Taylor in that basketball game was 99.9%, and Huntington kind of pulled one out of their hat. And that's big because they would have probably dropped in the RPI a little bit, and honestly, they could have dropped in the conference standings still. It could have been a situation where you're 4th instead of 3rd, so that was an important scenario for Huntington to hit a big shot, and Drew Goodline and Zach Goodline have done that throughout their years here at HU.
Hey, it's the Goodline family blood, I would say, Preston.
They're extremely talented. And really glad that you informed me that Drew's coming back for one more year next season. That'll be important. I think there's a good chance we'll see Zach Goodline still on the coaching staff as well, as he's brought a ton of energy on the bench.
Hey, he always brings a lot of energy wherever he goes.
Wilson finds May. It's defense for HU right now just suffocating the Goshen team. Oslin working against Sparks, hits a tough shot right before the buzzer.
That was a good shot there for Oslin.
26-18, Foresters holding on to an 8-point lead at the moment. Gizzy got 5 early points. Sparks finds Jackson Paul. He'll go baseline, up and under, and score another deuce.
That was a great reverse layup there from Jackson Paul.
JP up to 4 points. He's had a little mid-range jumper, now in a reverse layup. Huntington back up 10. Not a lot of whistles here. 8 combined fouls, 5 on HU, 3 on Goshen. Oslin inside Wilson, skips it out up top. Goshen finds Oslin, high, looping 3 is off the mark. Sparks already with 6 rebounds. Lane throws it up top. Caden Johnson catches. Beagle in the corner. He's 0 for 2. And again, Wilson now collects another rebound. He's got 4 of them as well.
It was a great look there for Beagle, but just couldn't get it in.
Moving screen, this time on Braden Allen. You can see it here on the replay. And we'll go ahead and use that replay to take us to our final media timeout here in the first half. Huntington up 10, 5 minutes left when we come back.
I can't talk, I have a showing.
Listen.
My clients are arriving any minute.
Eleanor. Mom passed.
I think it'd be best if you all go to hotels, for Dad's sake.
I didn't get to say goodbye.
You said goodbye when you never came home.
Back in Platt Arena, it is a 28-18 advantage for the Foresters. Maybe not the most crisp start to this one. Huntington shooting 12 of 27, 4 of 8 from downtown. But the good news is they're not turning it over, and that's something that's been a real key for Corey Alford's success now into year 5.
Yeah, that's always a great thing for Coach Corey Alford. It's just taking care of the basketball, creating less turnovers when they're on the offensive end.
Huntington will have the basketball here after a turnover was created by their defense. It was a moving screen. And HU will have the ball up 10 with 4:57 remaining. Once again, we'll keep telling you all afternoon. If you get annoyed, just comment. Tell me to stop telling you. Spring Arbor is beating St. Francis. IWU is beating Marion. If Huntington holds on to win this one and those 2 scores hold, Huntington will host St. Francis as the 6th seed on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. The women's team will be at Spring Arbor for their quarterfinals on Wednesday night. We'll get that right eventually. Sparks forced to take a tough one. Rebound down to Oslin.
It may take you a little bit, but we'll just keep it going.
I tweeted it out. If you need to check, go look at my Twitter, and it's explained a little better than maybe I've explained it here in this first half. Wilson gets a foul called on Beagle, who was stumbling against the lefty guard. Beagle just hasn't had routine playing time this year as a sophomore. He had 28 his first game of the year, lit it up, made 8 or 9 threes. And since then, he has not scored that many points combined. It's been a little bit of a struggle, but He still has a lot of potential. He's very athletic. He's 6'5", and I'm sure next year he might be forced to play a handful of minutes each game. Sparks, his 7th rebound already. Jackson Paul, in aggressive mood today, is fouled, and he has 2 shots coming at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a great drive there by Jackson Paul, just creating a foul there.
Got a special guest in attendance, by the way. Dr. Pepper, who will be the 14th president of Huntington University, is checking out today's games. Said he's already been tuning into a couple of FDN sports broadcasts, checking out Ross Gosnell, seeing what he's up to. 29-18 with the first free throw. It's going to be great. What a great name as well. Dr. Pepper, you can't be that bad if that's your name, right?
Right, that couldn't be that bad.
You a Dr. Pepper guy?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, me too. It's pretty good. My wife literally lives and dies by Dr. Pepper, I think.
Well, Dr. Pepper's got many different flavors right now.
Yeah. 29-18. Paul trying to make it a 12-point lead, and he has as he gets the home roll. Jackson, he had a massive 3 in overtime of that game against Taylor as well. Huntington, I think, was up 4 at the time. And Jackson, who's not shot it well from 3, dribbled to his left, got in rhythm, knocked down a 3, and it kind of felt like the dagger when Huntington was dead and out of that game. They somehow turn it around and win.
Hey, dude, there's always at some point you can turn things around.
Williams swings it to Northern. More good ball movement, but Huntington just keeps covering it up. Shot from Oslin off the mark. Sparks was fighting for it. It's tipped away, and it's last touched by Savion Williams.
That was a great defensive stop there for HU just to get the ball back.
4 minutes left in the first half. It's a 12-point advantage for HU. They're setting up a play to get Cade Brenner loose. Was open for a moment. And now Landon Jordan looking for a handoff. Instead, he puts it on the floor, spins, and couldn't score. It's a foul on the floor as Williams picks up the personal.
That's going to be his second.
So both teams now 1 foul away from putting the other side in the bonus. With right around 4 minutes left. Jordan catches and scores. He's just way too big and athletic inside.
Yeah, I mean, Landon Jordan is just very athletic when he's inside the paint.
Williams at 6'6", just can't quite stay with him as Sparks gets a deflection. Landon up to 8 points in this first half with 2 rebounds. And a little Michael Jordan tongue after that finish as well.
Little Air Jordan that everybody says these days.
Jordan got beat on a back cut, but he recovered as Sparks is really showing some defensive intensity here at the moment. It forces a turnover. Cade Brenner finds Drew Goodline, who goes to Lane Sparks. Lane swings it. Cade for his 3rd 3 of the half. Off and rebounded again by Williams. Wilson knocked away. Goodline running. Jordan following. Brenner to Jordan, who goes and can't get the 3-point opportunity, but will have a chance at the free throw line.
That was back-to-back turnovers there for Goshen. HE just took opportunities from that.
Jordan maybe didn't go for the complete hang time that we sometimes see from him. You know, Landon, and this was tweeted out on the Huntington University basketball Twitter, over his last 10, Huntington's 8-2. He's averaging 15.1 points per game, 7.6 rebounds per contest on 70% shooting. He's gotten a lot better at the free throw line as well as he makes that first one. I mean, honestly, at this point, and I think even his friends and family would tell you this, you wouldn't always want Landon Jordan to go to the free throw line. That's kind of changed towards the end of this year. You feel pretty good when he steps up there.
Maybe he's feeling his free throw line percentage just to get better when he increases from there.
It's really important that he has put in all this work to get better and better as a player in general. And of course, the broadcaster's jinx lives on. Misses the second, but still puts Huntington up 15. I don't believe in that, Ross. I really don't.
I don't believe in it either.
Wilson able to fight off Sparks, and the lefty takes on the other lefty, and this time Goshen's wins. Goodline still yet to get involved. Sparks rises and is fouled on a 3-point attempt. And Lane, who hasn't had as much success from the free throw line, will have 3 shots at it.
He better make all 3 of them.
See, I just said I didn't believe in it, but I did the opposite. See if this one works. First one for Sparks, perfect. Lane, 74% on the year. Talked about it. 2,147 career points before this game. Perfect on the second. He was a freshman of the year as a freshman. He's been first team a couple of times. He'll be first team again this year. And he's running up on Alex Cook and Gabe LaGrange. 4 games of 30+ this year. And 29 points the last time against Goshen on 11 of 18 shooting. He's up to 6 now with 7 rebounds.
He could get a double-double here today on this special senior day.
He tied a season high with 11 rebounds against Taylor. He's working on it again. Wilson bumps into Jackson Paul, and that's an offensive foul.
That was a great set charge there from Jackson Paul, giving Goshen another turnover.
And Jackson Paul was the entire reason that Goodline could even hit that game-tying 3, because he fought and got an offensive foul called against Jackson Olam in that game against Taylor. So he's really one of the stars of the shows, and maybe someone that doesn't get as much of attention, but he was massive in that comeback. Sparks fell down and bounced it off of the foot of a Maple Leaf. Goshen wanted to travel. He didn't slide as much as I thought initially, but there was a little bit of a slide there, probably a toss-up.
Yeah, it was a bit of a toss-up between the call travel or not.
Sparks takes it off the dribble, forces a tough shot, and somehow that goes in.
Somehow a circus shot goes in for Lane Sparks.
He's got 8 now. We shouldn't be that surprised, though, when he makes tough shots. He's been really good at that over the last 4 seasons. You know, he didn't start much as a freshman as well, Ross, only 6 games, so his scoring at 2,000 points is really impressive. Wilson doubled, and they're going to get Sparks for reaching in. I think it's on the floor. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Richard Wilson. Sparks slow to get up. Never like to see that, but seems to be okay. Huntington cannot afford any sort of injury to an important player this time of year.
Shooting 1-and-1.
Higher softball defense, or excuse me, volleyball defensive specialist. In the floor, ready to roll. As Richard Wilson awaits the free throws, 69.2% on the season. Lefty will make the first and get the second. Wilson's a really good player for this Goshen team. 15.3 points per game. He leads scoring column for Goshen this season. He's a strong lefty, can shoot it, can get to the rim. Someone to watch, and unfortunately in his 5th season, but really good player in his time at Goshen. Goodline going back to the basket, hands off to Jackson Paul. Great defense by Goshen as JP rises and hits another mid-range J.
Jackson Paul's got a smooth jump shot going for his bucket.
It's important to see from Jackson Paul. If he can get his offense going down the stretch, Huntington becomes a little more dangerous. Bryant gets up in the air. Caden Johnson defending Williams in the paint. Kate Brenner tried knocking it away. Huntington again suffocating on defense, forces another turnover.
Man, the Forrester defense is on the roll right now, taking care of business.
Now a chance for Huntington to go 2 for 1 here with 55.8 seconds remaining. Marcus Northern will check out. Kenny May came in. One more Maple Leaf came out as well as Braden Allen's in there, and Huntington goes small. Kamani, the biggest player on the court right now, at 6'5". Jackson Paul drives against Kenny May. Falls away again, and he's got it cooking here in the first half.
Jackson Paul's like to cook right now from that mid-range.
20-point lead for HU, their biggest of the game. 3-pointer from Wilson is perfect. And now Huntington can hold for the last shot. And Coach Corey Alford's going to use his use it or lose it timeout. It's just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 42-25. It took Huntington a while to start pulling away, Ross, but they're starting to do it now here in this first half as they are up to 48.5% from the field, 4 of 9 from 3 as well.
I said that's what they got to do, just continue to do their business and just get the job done.
So we will see what Coach Corey Alford has in store out of this timeout. This Huntington team, they have changed their offense a handful of times this year. Corey said that at the start of the year it was more maybe free-flowing, not as much set plays, but recently this staff has just been dialing up some insane plays against that really good Grace team. Everything they tried to do hit, and that's just kind of been the key recently. And even against Spring Arbor in a game they lost in a low-scoring affair, they were running good sets, just didn't knock in the shots that day.
Yeah, they just what they got to do is just keep on rolling and what they got to do against these Crossroads League opponents.
Jackson Paul will dribble it across the timeline. The offense will start here late in the clock. Huntington trying to put an early nail in the coffin, as this would be tough for Goshen to overcome. Drew Goodline was coming to get it. Blocked well by Goshen. JP strong on that one. Kamani Smith rises up. Loose ball fought for. No shot for Goshen. And that will take us to the break. Huntington, they're up 17, 42-25 on FDN Sports. We'll see in about 10 minutes for more stats and info.
It's too late. No going back. Olympiad is about to begin.
take one marker.
Hi, my name is Michaela Dyson, and I am a junior film major at Huntington University. So my daily life at Huntington kind of changes every other day, but for the most part, I wake up in the morning, let's say it's a Tuesday. I wake up and I go to documentary class with Adam Widener, and then I will go get lunch, usually get some other classes out of the way, and then I'll make my way to the Cage for my shift. The Cage has influenced me a lot in the last 3 years. It was a place that I went to freshman year and fell in love with it. It was a place that I figured out I could grow and learn in technical skills and also just collaborate with other like-minded filmmakers. I would say something that I'm looking forward to in the film department specifically is just continuing to be on the sets with my friends. Feature films has changed my view on film quite a bit. Usually here at Huntington we do 3-day film sets, but with a feature film it looks more like 30 for at least what we're doing here. And so working with people for an extended period of time, learning how to communicate with different departments, learning how to communicate within your own department has definitely impacted how I function now here as a student. Being on a feature film has provided the knowledge that we can bring back to the classroom. It's provided the knowledge we can bring back onto our class projects. And it's definitely something that I am so blessed that I was able to be a part of and cannot wait for the future. Some words of encouragement that I have for some future filmmakers is not only to just keep going, keep doing it, you're doing great, but also to say, lean on the people that are also in your field.
I was finally on my own, and I knew that I needed something. This is my dog, Liberty. I left a bunch of my closest people back in California, but it was really hard in the beginning. Just kind of felt like work here. I lived alone for the first time in my life. I always wanted a dog. One of my student workers, she texted me and was like, "Hey, how serious are you about getting a dog?" And I think 2 days later, I had her in my apartment. So yeah, no, I never thought I would get a dog this size. I'm 6'1", and I have the smallest purse dog. Now I've fallen in love with her, but there was like a little, ooh, I just lost my independence. For me, I would say instant bond. Every time I come home, it's like Christmas Day for her. It's really, it's awesome to have a buddy all the time. I think in general, it's just nice to have something consistent, right, in a lot of change. So she's just become my little best friend that goes places with me.
This is how we like to do it.
We were shooting a film yesterday, had a camper who had never done anything with sound before. She did one little workshop, took about an hour and a half, and by the end of the workshop, she was feeling a lot more confident. She showed up on set, and she's running boom, and she's recording on the field recorder. She's just elated by how much fun she's having.
They've helped me with my acting, and my dancing has improved, and my voice. I just didn't even know I could sing that high, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can sing that now. Our director is amazing. She's so sweet. She's helped me grow as just an actor and a singer and a dancer. I've really improved being at this camp.
People in the School of the Arts aren't just filmmakers or aren't just theater practitioners, they're creatives. And they love to work in all kinds of different areas. And I think that's one of the great things is we see kids come back and we see them in multiple tracks because they have multiple different interests and they love to tell stories, they love to be creative. And I think it's great that they get to explore a variety of different areas.
They're making projects that they get to share with their families at the end of the week. Every camper that comes through ends up making between 2 and 4 projects throughout just 1 week. It's unbelievably cool.
Yeah, it was very cool to actually hold a camera that they use to make films, which I always wanted to do.
voice act some characters, creating our own voices, going live on the air, and of course just being recorded and having fun.
Drew a weapon design in Photoshop. We designed the character that we would be animating in Toon Boom on Photoshop, and I fell in love with Photoshop in ways I've never thought I would.
I've always loved dancing and singing and stuff. I do show choir, I do theater after my school. So it's like, this is where I live already, right? So getting another choreographer to experience, another stage to experience, the stage is great, the people are great, and it's all just like, it's the same thing, but it's a different experience, and that's really fun.
Everybody here is just so welcoming in every aspect. Everybody just loves everybody and is there, and you can say hi to somebody you don't even know and they'll say hi back. Honestly, all of the professors and the directors and teachers are so gifted in their craft, pretty much masters of what they do, and are so good at sharing that information with the students.
They're people with passion. You can talk to them, you can share ideas, you can work together. Like, that's incredible.
The faith here on campus makes me feel like there is hope for me. There's so much I can do and what I can always look up to and be with.
Brought us a piece of cake, Ross. You know, sometimes you get rewarded for doing some of the broadcasting here at Huntington University. I don't know if you want to try it first. Tell me if it's good or not. What do you think?
It's really good.
Okay, cool. I feel like we're watching a Major League Baseball game. The announcer's getting cake from the sideline, different things like that. Take a look around the rest of the league, let you know what's going on. Spring Arbor still a pretty big lead on St. Francis right now. Indiana Wesleyan, they're up 49-32 at the halftime break. My internet is not currently working, so let's get this pulled up.
Right now, Spring Arbor's up against St. Francis 65-50. Bethel's up against Taylor 32-28. And also, IWU's pulling away against Marion 49-32. That's around the Crossroads League.
Now you take a look at a couple of the highlights from our first half. It was Jackson Paul with 10 to lead the way. Landon Jordan had 9 points and 2 rebounds. Lane Sparks, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Cade Brenner added 6 on 2 threes. 5 from Max Gizzy, 4 from Cade Brenner. Drew Goodline did not take a shot in that first half. He was kind of quiet in a couple games this year when he knew he wasn't necessarily needed. But man, Huntington has got production from everyone again today, and that's really been what's been happening for the last few games for HU.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Corey Alford has a great players over the years here at Huntington University, like Lane Sparks, Landon Jordan, you name it. I mean, it's just a remarkable day for all these seniors here at Huntington University.
A lot of them have done a lot of winning, and in fact, 90-35 are the 4-year seniors records, Ross. That is a 72% win percentage, 67% win percentage in the conference, where they are 48-23, looking to be 49-23 here after today. But Corey Alford's come in, and you see some of the stats here on the screen in front of you. This is what a lot of the games have looked like since he's been in charge. Not many turnovers, shooting the ball well, and really shooting the ball well from deep as well. Free throws maybe not as high as you'd like, but man, they just continue to add pieces to the puzzle. They've got players off the bench doing things, and the most important thing is this team has won in so many different ways this season.
Oh yeah, just different ways how Jackson Paul came in clutch. Everybody just came in clutch. It's just how the Foresters roll around here.
So we await the second half, about 4 minutes left still, as Huntington will get back to work here shortly. The game on Tuesday night, I believe it's a 7 o'clock tip-off.
It is a 7 o'clock tip-off.
So we'll have all the teams who have made the Crossroads League tournament at 7 o'clock around all the different schools in the conference. Huntington will be hosting either Indiana Wesleyan or St. Francis. Right now it's looking like St. Francis, which I would imagine is probably the matchup that Huntington would prefer over Indiana Wesleyan, but each night out, you never know who could beat you, and we even saw that against Taylor on Wednesday night as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Drew Goodline came in clutch when they needed him down the stretch, so that means it's going to be pretty significant when it comes to the Crossroads League tournament.
We're awaiting Coach Corey Alford to come over and talk with us after the halftime break. You saw on the scoreboard there, or the screen in front of you, Huntington shot 47%, 4 of 9 from deep, 6 of 7 from the field. And the most important thing I thought, Ross, they made things tough on Goshen. It's easy to kind of back off against a team that you know you should beat, but I thought their energy was great, and defensively they were extremely locked in.
I thought Coach Corey Alford's energy, the vibe of the setting, where the crowd makes the huge impact here for these seniors, so that kind of helps with all the energy for these seniors.
2:40 left until we get ready to go. We'll probably just go ahead and keep it right here. I want to tell you, wherever you're watching from, you can always leave a comment in the YouTube comment section. We'd love to say hello to you, and just tell us where you're tuning in, watching FDN Sports from. I'm sure we'll have a lot more viewers on Tuesday night when it gets to postseason play, but we can't thank you all enough for tuning in every single Huntington Hoops game, watching us, listening to us, and enjoying some really quality basketball within the Crossroads League. This has been a blessing. This is my 3rd year as a play-by-play announcer here, and this is the best year yet for Huntington University as far as record goes. But I have been so lucky, and so have you, Ross, to see some exciting plays, game winners, game-tying shots, all these dunks from Landon Jordan. It's been excellent to see this in Corey's 5 years.
It's been excellent indeed. I mean, I had some great memories when I was calling games with you,
Yeah.
Preston. I mean, it's just the way how Corey Alford just has his great recruiting class from all the way.
So we are still waiting to see if Corey will come out. He may forget. I did text him yesterday and tell him I wasn't feeling incredible this week, so I didn't meet with him like I do typically on Fridays. We'll make sure I do that on Monday before Tuesday's game. With 90 seconds left until the half is over, we'll probably not get to Corey, but hopefully we will afterwards. He can tell us more about the seniors. You know, you take a look ahead of the St. Francis game. That was a tale of 2 games between the Cougars and Foresters this year, if that is who they play. St. Francis took it to Huntington in the first matchup. They won by 24, but Huntington kind of flipped the script in the second game here at home and really beat up on St. Francis, and things got really chippy at the end. So I think that would be a fun matchup between Malone and Jordan, Almodovar and Sparks, and Jackson Paul and Brandon Northern. There's a lot of great players in that game. If that's what it ends up being, I think everyone will be in store for an awesome quarterfinals matchup.
Oh, yeah, here in Platte Arena, the students are going to come out rocking, and the crowd's going to come out rocking. So it's just going to be a tale of 2 great teams going at it in the Crossroads League tournament quarterfinals.
Just about set for the second half. Huntington up 17. And we will see. Huntington's going to go with Jackson Paul, Max Gizzy, Lane Sparks, Landon Jordan, and Drew Goodline. And we'll wait and see who Goshen comes out of the break with. It'll be DJ Bryant, Richard Wilson. They've got Savion Williams, Judas Mfukwe, and Marcus Northern, the 5 for Goshen.
Seems like it's going to be a great second half here on Senior Day at Platte Arena.
And if you're Huntington, you'd love to extend this lead a little further, get some of these guys in that maybe didn't play as much to start the game, and see if you can rest some of these starters and more important players or bigger players as Sparks drives and scores an easy 2. If you can get this lead high enough as Gizzy creates a turnover right off the inbound pass and scores. There's the intensity. If you can do that though, Ross, you can rest some guys before Tuesday night.
That's probably what Coach Corey Alford's plan is. Play a little bit of these guys and just rest them.
Williams looking to face up. Jordan guarding him right outside near the arc. Wilson faces up, misses that one, and Gizzy rips down the rebound.
Seems like when Max Gizzy gets the ball, it's almost Gizzy time.
Gizzy able to get it back. Jordan with the size advantage. Probably should have gone glass. Missed that one too strong.
A little bit of a jump shot bunny there from Lando.
Mfukwe deep in the corner. Jackson Paul, always a great defender on him. AP moves his feet so well. We talked about that in the first half. Mfukwe took a tough 2. Good line. Able to roam after it and track it down. Drew, no shots in the first half. Able to keep his feet in and maybe just ran out of room, stepped on the line, second turnover of the day for HU.
I thought Coach Corey Alford also did well in the first half, is only having 2 turnovers in the first half. That's pretty impressive for clean basketball here for HU.
Yep, Huntington does not turn the ball over much at all. In fact, the best turnover percentage in the entire country comes from the Foresters. Bryant finds Kenny May, who's now in the game. Inside, Williams, too strong. Loose ball picked up by Williams, and he puts it right back in. He's been their best player today, Ross.
Yeah, right now he's got 7 points onto his career.
Sparks takes a long 2. That's short. DJ Bryant has it fall into his hands. May ahead, is fouled, and somehow got that bucket to go in.
That's like such a crazy shot there from Kenny May.
May was off balance. Gizzy was actually trying to avoid the contact, but he's whistled for the personal. That's number 2.
It should be number 3,
We
actually.
thought so too, but they never gave him that 3rd foul. May can't complete the 3-point play as Landon Jordan collects now his 3rd rebound. 17-point lead for the Foresters. That's where we were at the halftime. Gizzy tripped, able to get the loose ball to Sparks, who rises up, and Landon Jordan couldn't finish with his left hand. Simfukwe to Wilson, who hammers one.
Finally, Goshen's got something going here.
15-point lead now. Jackson Paul, great offensive first half, goes right back to the rim, and Huntington keeps missing these short ones. And then a foul called on Jackson as he grabbed the arm of Williams.
Luckily, that's only his first foul here.
For some reason, the clock is running. Waiting to see what's going on here. The foul should have been on Jackson Paul. And then there's some sort of clock issue going on. Looks like they adjusted that. 17:52. 17:52. Shot clock should be at 30.
Not at 20.
Yep, there's having all kind of clock issues right now. There it is. Now it's at 30. Now we're ready to roll, I think. Simfukwe right at Cade Brenner. Can't score it at the rim. Caden Johnson grabs the miss.
That's what I like about Coach Corey Alford. He brings a lot of bigs, and they use a bunch of wingspan to take advantage of.
Beagle in there with Brenner. Kamani Smith as well. This is a lineup we've not seen a lot of. Gizzy, the only starter. Max into the chest of Bryant. Got the loose ball. Bryant is down hurt. Gizzy scores on the second opportunity. And Bryant now hobbling. It looks like he may have twisted his ankle there at the end of that play. Telling you, we got a slow pace of the second half already, Ross.
It's especially a slow pace, and not even 3 minutes off the clock yet.
Bryant seems to be okay as Gizzy will pick him up defensively now. Simfukwe across the timeline. Williams back to Simfukwe. They're trying to go right at Brenner on the dribble. May kept his foot down. Simfukwe to Williams, faces up, takes a 2, off the mark, rebound, grabbed by Beagle.
That was a great rebound there for Landon Beagle.
Caden Johnson catches, fires it to the corner for Brenner, off the mark. Johnson keeps it alive. Caden off glass, scores it.
Great offensive rebound there for Caden Johnson just to put it back in.
Just not enough size out there for Goshen to compete with Caden Johnson right now. Williams at 6'6" is the tallest player on the court. Wilson, he'll face up. Lefty drives baseline, swings it. Simfukwe, a rare triple, in and out. Beagle catches it. Gizzy He'll go coast to coast, floats one high, had it tipped away. Bryant picks it up. Now 16 minutes left. Wilson falls away against Kamani Smith. Brenner now with the rebound. Huntington looking ahead. Smith was open for a moment. Gizzy open on the left wing. Second triple of the day, can't drop. Beagle fights for the loose ball. Wilson grabs it. Right now we're stuck in the middle of a YMCA game. Wilson scores with the left hand.
Kind of a little bit of that.
Not a whole lot of flow in this second half. 50-33 though, Huntington's still up 17, have not lost any of that lead. Gizzy thought about another triple, forces it out to Kamani Smith. Beagle 0 for 2 from the field. Being defended well by Kenny May. Caden Johnson hands it to Gizzy. 3 on the shot clock. Got it off in time, just couldn't get it to go home. A little bit of rough offense here the last few possessions by the Foresters.
It's been rough here, just trying to find the bucket.
Our next break will take us to the next media timeout. Williams looking for a guard, swings it to Wilson. He's got the last 2, Simfukwe bounces it into Kenny May. Swing pass, Williams top of the key 3, off the mark again, and Smith grabs another rebound.
Man, Kamani Smith's been on the roll, just getting rebounds.
Caden Johnson couldn't catch it. Smith threw it too tall. Williams up ahead to Wilson. Richard will fall, miss again. There's Smith's second straight rebound, and now Huntington wants to slow it down here a little bit.
That's what Coach Corey Alford's plan is.
Gizzy using the screen from Johnson. Now hands it outside to Brenner. Beagle will take a long 3 and knock it in.
Man, a little bit of a long shot there from Landon Beagle.
He's got limitless range. He just doesn't get a ton of opportunities. It's a good game for him. He had 11 the last time and limited minutes against Goshen. Williams finds the cutter Simfukwe. Passes it out, Kenny May in the corner. That's way off and caught by Kamani Smith, who now has 3 straight rebounds. Gizzy will shoot another 3, still off the mark. Misses last 3 from deep. Simfukwe ahead, scores over the top of Beagle. Simfukwe now up to 5 points on the afternoon. We might get to the under 10 media before we take the under 15, Ross.
Yeah, we might, just don't know.
Johnson spins to a strong left, finds Beagle open in the corner, and he's got 2 straight long ones.
Man, Landon Beagle's starting to get hot.
Great pass by Caden Johnson as Beagle is up to 6. Him and Brenner both have knocked down 2 threes off the bench. DJ Bryant to Simfukwe. Trying to get it inside to Williams. He's got it now. Johnson stays straight up. Williams misses again, and another rebound for Caden Johnson.
Man, the big's been on the roll right now.
Gizzy, this time to the rim, misses another. He can just not get the lid off the rim right now. Bryant. Haven't seen him try to score too often today, and that's because Gizzy just continues to lock up guards he plays. That one's kept in bounds as Kenny May catches. Simfukwe, another triple, left wing this time. Gizzy able to grab, pushing it ahead. Brenner to Johnson, back to Cade. He'll take a 3, off the mark again. 21-point lead for HU.
Just giving them extra shots to this point.
Wilson against Smith. Williams continues to fire, and now he's knocked in another triple. Williams has got 10 points and 10 rebounds right now to lead the way for Goshen. Wilson, the only scorer that has more than him at the moment. Beagle looking for his 3rd 3, off the mark. Brenner fighting for the loose ball, and the foul is called on Cade. 11:39 left here in the game. Huntington still up 18 when we come back on FDN Sports.
To me, Forester Camps is amazing.
To me, Forester's Camps is cool.
To me, Forester Camps is a great experience. I've always had just like a genuine interest for art, and our art teacher was like passing out flyers and stuff.
And I saw that my other friends were going to do it, so I got interested in it as well.
And this is my first college trip, so I didn't really know kind of what it's like to be in college.
College really isn't as scary as I thought it would be. Definitely go. There is a lot of really cool activities and opportunities you can get here.
Try to get yourself involved. Try to talk to other people who are like at the camp as well. Talk to like your hosts and stuff.
I mean, there's no reason not to go. I mean, you get out of school, you could come here.
It's really informative on how college actually is, and that the community here is really great.
Back in Platte Arena, 11:39 remaining. Huntington still up 18. They've extended their lead by 1 since the halftime break. And right now, this game just a little bit sloppy from both sides, Ross, but sometimes you get that. You don't have as many starters in the game, maybe players that play as much. We do have one comment, by the way. Debbie Dolly tuning in from, I don't know how to say that, Pomara? I know that's in Indiana somewhere, right?
Pomara?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's in Florida.
I'm assuming that's Alex Dolly's family. Said thank you team for your hard work to bring excitement and fun. It's Alex Dolly's grandma. There you go. Well, thank you very much for those kind words. We appreciate you tuning in, and we're hoping you enjoy some more Forester basketball as Huntington's looking to host conference tournament game on Tuesday, and in fact, they're probably going to host some national tournament games as well, as Huntington, again, with great defense. Lane Sparks has his 8th rebound on the day. So Huntington can start putting this one away here early, about halfway through this second half. Jackson Paul up top, Landon Jordan. Maybe didn't look like it was supposed to, but it's the same result as Jordan scores right at the rim.
That's actually Landon Jordan's first points here in the second half.
Jordan now into double digits. He's got 11 points to go along with 3 rebounds. Oslin back in. DJ Bryant looks for a 3 from the left wing. Running it down was Landon Jordan again. Keep in mind, he's coming off of 16 points and 16 rebounds his last time out. He's been a monster as of late. Sparks and Beagle working together. Goodline still yet to attempt a shot.
Maybe he's letting the seniors have their special day here.
True. Jackson Paul bounces this one to Sparks. Right in front of his bench is fouled. And it's the second time Sparks has been fouled on a 3-point shot, and he's got 3 more free throws coming.
That's actually Goshen's first foul in the second half at the 10-minute mark.
Fouls on Jacob Carlson from Grand Blanc, Michigan. Delta College transfer. It's his first year with Goshen. Good 3-point shooter this year, 38%. That time he fouled a good 3-point shooter in Lane Sparks, who is yet to miss a free throw today. It's a pleasant sign for Forester fans.
It's always a good sign when Lane Sparks hits money shots from the free throw line.
Sparks second, just as good. And another one coming his way in here,
maybe
just a second.
Maybe my broadcaster jinx haven't jinxed him yet from the free throw line.
Yeah, you're lucky. I'm sure people kick their couch at home when I screw someone up at the free throw line. That's not the case here today as Sparks is up to 13. Largest lead of the day for HU is now 23. Loose ball, Sparks. Lane, no one in front of him, will go to his strong left and roll it in. So Sparks now with 5 straight.
Sparks has been on the roll this season here for Coach Corey Alford and the Foresters.
15 points now for Lane. Not sure he'll catch Alex Cook today, but he should do it in the next game at least against either IWU or St. Francis. Carlson working inside, whistle comes, and that will take us to our next media timeout. We're at the under 10. Huntington, they're up 25 on FDN Sports when we come back.
I have a motorcycle, a Nighthawk 750. My dad always had a motorcycle. Like,
When I was born, I'm pretty sure he had one. He was a motorcycle cop for a while, actually, for a good amount of his career. So I've basically just grown up with motorcycles all my life. Had to go so I could get my motorcycle endorsement and soon to be my license. I was scared of falling, especially for some of those sharper turns, like U-turns especially, is they expect you to go like feet are almost touching the ground with how far you're tilting. As long as I was able to get back onto that bike and just keep going, that's really what made me like less afraid, made me less scared, because that's something that my dad always said is you get right back on the bike even if you fall. I'm just happy I did it overall. I'm Dylan Rollator and I'm the next Rollator to ride.
Back in Platte Arena for the final 9:33 between the Goshen Maple Leafs and the Huntington Foresters. So Ross, it looks like it is going to be official. Huntington will play St. Francis on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock here in Platte Arena. Not that you ever want to dodge a team, but playing Indiana Wesleyan in the first round of the conference tournament would be a pretty tough scenario. In fact, Greg Tonigal, he's been at IWU for 20 seasons. This is the first time ever he will go on the road the first round of the conference tournament. He's always had a home game.
Yeah, first time for everything, I guess, for Coach Greg Tonigal and for IWU.
Oslin lobs a long pass to Simfukwe. Think about that, 20 straight years in the top 4 of the best league in the country. Tough shot at the rim, banked off glass, but doesn't go down. Sparks now has 9 rebounds to his name. Lane puts it on the floor again with his strong left, and he's got it going with 7 straight points now.
He's got everything going for him today on senior day for Lane Sparks.
17 and 9 for Lane after a slow start offensively. Williams finds a wide open Simfukwe, who knocks in his first triple. I know it's not been pretty for Goshen. They've moved the ball well on several different possessions. That time they finally got a shot to go down. Jackson Paul using the screen. Thought Landon Jordan was going to keep going to the rim, and I think it's off of Jordan. It will be.
A little bit off of Jordan's fingertips there.
Yep, Jordan reached and touched that one last. Now there's only been 1 foul on Goshen here in this second half. They're kind of letting them play and let this clock keep running as Northern takes a tough 2. It falls right in the hands of Jordan. Got 5 rebounds now, does Landon. Drew swings one up top for Sparks. 7 straight points for Lane for HU. Looking for 9. In and out. Jordan rises up. Had it knocked away. Good line tapped it to a teammate. Jackson Paul will drive to the lane. This time he scores it with his right hand.
A little bit scoop and score there for Jackson Paul.
And now a double technical going to be called on Landon Jordan and Savion Williams. Those two have been talking the entire time, and this is not what you can do right now with conference tournament coming up. So Jordan will take a seat, so will Williams, as it's a 26-point lead.
Might as well set Lando for the rest of the game if you're going to do well in the Crossroads League tournament.
67-41, less than 8 minutes remaining. Looks like we're trying to sort things out still, as now we're ready to go. Oslin will dribble across the timeline. So 2 technical fouls, 1 on Williams, 1 on Jordan. And if you're Coach Corey Alford, maybe just consider sending Jordan the rest of the way. You don't want him to be suspended against St. Francis on Tuesday night. Sparks goes back to his right, spins to his strong left, and now he has just got it going right now.
He's got everything going in his back pocket.
Northern being guarded by Sparks. Simfukwe has it on the dribble. Hands it off. Oslin high 3 from the corner. Brenner running ahead. Jackson Paul catches in stride, finds Caden Johnson, and they're gonna say the foul was on the pass, as that was a fun play created by those two, but it's not gonna count.
It was a great idea, but just didn't count.
Jackson Paul didn't even want that foul. One of the few times a player does not want a foul because he added a little highlight there.
Little highlight reel here.
Gizzy finds Sparks, who lobs it inside. Caden Johnson dunks, and a chance for three.
Well, nice and one opportunity here for KJ.
Caden will head to the free throw line as he is playing well against his old team. See, he was maybe not even touched there by Kenny May, but he does get called for the personal and can't finish the three-point play. Caden, though, off the bench today, 8 points. He's got 5 rebounds and an assist to go along with it. DJ Bryant puts it on the floor. Allen to Simfukwe, who is ready to shoot. Good line closed him out. Good line, good defense against Judah there. May back to Simfukwe. Sparks now on him. Step back three is pure. Simfukwe, a nice player from Warsaw. I'm telling you, he's someone to watch. He actually entered the transfer portal before last season, went back to Goshen. Would not be surprised to maybe see him put his name back in the hat again this year.
He might.
Allen swings it, Northern, and now Simfukwe can't hit it. Sparks now with a double-double with his 10th rebound to go along with 19 points.
That's a good way to cap it off for senior day for Lane Sparks.
Gizzy threw that one way too high. And I think Lane Sparks is going to take a seat as Kamani Smith will check back in, and that might be the last time we see Sparks today as well.
Yeah, get him a deep breather here for Lane Sparks.
So Lane will, looks like, finish his day with 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. Didn't have a great day shooting it right away, but then got things going towards the end of that game. Shot 6 of 13 overall, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, might be the most pleasant stat. Bryant works all the way, smoked the layup, and then a foul called underneath on the rebound as Cade Brenner is going to be called for it.
That's his second.
So you got a personal foul on number 3. For the Foresters, Cade Brenner.
So 20 back on the shot clock. And lob pass is too strong. Caden Johnson might have a chance for another jam and rams it on the break.
That's a nice slam jam there from Caden Johnson.
Big man putting it on the floor. He's into double digits now with 10. 6'11", you don't have to go too far up, but man, he got off the ground there a little bit, Ross. That was fun to watch.
A little bit of air bud there from Caden Johnson.
Wilson drives right past Brenner and scores another 2.
They're just letting Goshen play basketball. Looks like Lando and Lane checking back in here.
A little surprised to see that. Maybe just to get one more applause. Smith to good line. Now he'll take his first shot off the mark. Falls to DJ Bryant.
He could be still looking for his three-pointer.
Northern blocked by Johnson. Huntington running again. Gizzy works through the defender and scores a 2 in transition.
Man, Max Gizzy does a lot here for HU.
What a block by Johnson there. Huntington off and running right now. That's how all their offense starts, as Wilson can't hit a 3. That's off the top of the backboard. And now Williams and Jordan will check in. And that will take us actually to our last media timeout. Huntington up 29 with 4:30 left when we come back on FDN Sports.
Forester Camps is making new friends.
A great way to explore different opportunities.
Great way to experience life here at Huntington University. I looked into OTA and it looked like a lot what I wanted to do, but I still wasn't really sure like what all it was.
But I did know that I did want to be in the medical field, but I don't really have a stomach for blood. This was a different way to be able to help people like physically, but not have to open them up.
Since it's a smaller place, everyone knows each other. You know, they can invest time in each other.
This would be a great way to learn about it and see what it is.
So I saw how life-changing that can be, and it made me want to do that.
Back in Platt Arena, 4:31 remaining. It is Max Gizzy, Lane Sparks, Kamani Smith, Landon Beagle, and Landon Jordan on the court for the Foresters. We'll tell you the 5 for Goshen here in a moment. It looks like Northern, Bryant, Wilson, along with May and Williams. And now Huntington, 2 players on the court right now with technical fouls. And if you are Landon Jordan, you cannot pick up another because you will be sitting on Tuesday night. Got to be smart here.
It's got to be very smart here and careful.
Sparks, I should say, takes a tough 2 and knocks it in over the top of May. And May looked at his bench kind of like, what else am I supposed to do? Sparks is now over 20. He's got 21. Sparks playing good defense. Williams gets it. Wilson had it knocked away by Kamani Smith. Huntington couldn't get possession. Northern rises off the mark. Beagle tipped it to Jordan. Less than 4 minutes remaining. Huntington gonna win number 22 on the year. Sparks again takes a tough shot going to his left. That time short. 31-point lead for HU. Wilson, he'll take a 17-footer, and Sparks got him on the arm, as that's going to be 2 shots for Richard Wilson, as Sparks just got a little bit of forearm there, picks up his 2nd foul.
He probably went my bad there.
Wilson at the free throw line. Efficient there this year, close to 70%, does miss the first. He's had a good day today, though, has Wilson. He's at 13 points. Max Gizzy going to get a nice applause as he subs out with 3:30 left. Forester fans assuming that might be the last time they see him here in a regular season game.
Yep, before he caps it all off here.
Second one short as well. Jordan keeps adding on to his rebounding as he grabs his 7th of the day. Not going to have 16 this afternoon, but still a good game for Landon Jordan. 11 and 7.
Always a great game out of Landon if everybody comes to see him.
They're trying to get it to him on a few back screens here. Inside, Jordan had it knocked away by Williams, and now Goshen pushing the pace. Bryant threw that one straight out of bounds. And now Landon Jordan's going to check out probably for the last time as well.
Yep.
Jordan today 11 and 7, 77 points for the Foresters right now. They're up by 31. And him and Williams won't be able to jaw anymore as Caden Johnson now checks in.
No, not anymore.
Probably a good move, like I said, by Coach Corey Alford. Get him out of the game, get him ready for Tuesday night's game. Him and Malone will have a few words, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sparks up top. Caden Johnson got the second one, but then Williams knocked it away, and he pushes it down the court. Threw it to Northern, who misses, and Kenny May there to tap it back in.
A little bit of a tip back there from Kenny May.
2:30 left in this one. Huntington will be hosting St. Francis Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. You'll want to tune in to FDN Sports for that one. As Sparks goes to the rim, and another opportunity for a three-point play. We've seen that so many times out of Lane Sparks in his career.
Oh, we have especially.
He's got 23, a chance for 24. As he takes his 7th trip to the free throw line today. Deacon Hill about to check in for the first time from Goshen, Indiana for Goshen. Sparks now with 24 will sub out of the game, get a few high fives and hugs from his teammates, and what a phenomenal career for Lane Sparks, and thankfully for us, it's not over yet.
Yeah, kudos to Lane Sparks there, just getting the job done here on senior day.
He finishes with 24 points and 11 rebounds. Turned that into a pretty efficient afternoon at Sparks. Bryant goes towards Goodline. Good defense by Drew. Savion Williams, he'll put it on the floor. Had it poked away as Beagle is now pushing. Goodline trying to get in the scoring column. Fancy pass to Johnson, who wasn't quite ready for it.
A little bit of a fancy dribble there.
Kamani in the corner finds Beagle, and he's got 3 triples today.
Landon Beagle's getting hot from the right corner.
9 points for Landon. Now Coach Kyle Capps is going to empty his bench as well. Northern lost the handle and a foul called, and it's going to be a 1-and-1 situation for Marcus Northern. Drew Goodline going to sub out as well. So he will check out. Northern will shoot a 1-and-1. There's so many seniors on this team, Ross. It's hard to get all of the seniors out of the game this late into it.
It's very hard and difficult.
Another sub in here for Goshen. It's Jacob Eiler. Only played 8 games this year, only 24 minutes, and he's got a chance to come in, maybe score a bucket or two. See what Eiler's got in store for us with just over 90 seconds remaining. 3-pointer again from Beagle, 4 of them now.
Man, Beagle's on a hot streak from the 3-point arc.
36-point lead for Huntington. May crosses over Jackson Paul and dunks it.
Oh, wow. That was a nice dunk there from Kenny May.
My goodness, the freshman from Michigan.
Man, that was a highlight reel there.
Put the Foresters on a poster. Smith now, right back at Kenny May, and he's got a chance for a 3-point opportunity.
What a nice job there from Kamani May. Speaking of, sorry about that, Kamani Smith there on the and one.
Man, oh man, I don't know if we can take a look at that replay here in a second of that Kenny May dunk. That was one of the better dunks I've seen this year. Smith makes it a 3-point play, and now Kamani will get a round of applause as he finishes his day with a 3-point play.
That was a nice cap off there for Kamani Smith.
I'm still in awe of that dunk from Kenny May. That was insane.
Man, Coach Capps has got a bright future with Kenny May.
Williams swings it to Kenny May. He's going right back to work. Better job by Jackson that time. Williams, another missed 3, rebound, and a foul as Carlson brought it back down.
Looks like a foul on Landon Beagle.
Carlson now will shoot a couple of free throws. Pink shoes on today. Knocks in the first.
Looks like Drew Goodline's giving a good talk by Coach Capps.
I have noticed this with Goodline. He's wearing a little bit of a sleeve on his left elbow, and I think I've seen him reaching at it a few times today. Good news is it's not on his shooting elbow. Maybe just something to keep an eye on as Jackson Paul goes to the rim and a foul comes in. And now JP, who technically is a senior but has 1 more year left, will shoot a couple of free throws. At the end of the day, Ross, I know Goshen has struggled this year. They're still a basketball team. You still have to take care of business. That's what Huntington did today, and because of that and some other things, they get maybe what is more of a favorable matchup on Tuesday night, and they finish solely in 3rd place in the Crossroads League. It's a really impressive season for HU.
It's very impressive season, going another win season, 20-plus win season for Coach Corey Alford. It's just very good to see out of the basketball program.
May has put on a show here over the last minute. as now Huntington can nearly dribble it out. About a half-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Coach Kyle Capps does not want any fouls, and the Foresters technically probably throw this ball up in the air at the rim.
Looks like they're not going to.
Now, 10 seconds left. And Huntington gonna win their 22nd game of the season. Excuse me, yeah, 22nd game. They're now 22-6, technically a shot clock violation. So the handshake line will have to wait a second longer. And there it comes in. Three-pointer is not going to count. It did go in, though, from Carlson, but didn't shoot it in time as Huntington wins 91-56. Foresters come away with a big senior day win, and once again, they will be in a top 4 spot in the Crossroads League tournament. They finished 3rd overall, and the Foresters for the 4th straight year now will host a first-round game. What a fun one here today, Ross.
It was a fun one indeed between the two teams here. The women's got the job done over Goshen, and also the men's got take care of business, and they played Tuesday night against St. Francis.
So we will see if Corey Alford comes over and talks with us following senior day. Huntington played an excellent game here today, 91-56. Coach Kyle Capps and Caden Johnson chatting. Capps, of course, coached Caden Johnson in his first year at Goshen, and then Caden Johnson came here and now played some big minutes.
Yep.
And now we've got Coach Corey Alford joining us. 91-56 victory here today. Obviously, Goshen hasn't had a great season, Coach, but still a basketball team, and you came out today and took care of business.
Yeah, we played well, got to put everybody in. Tried not to go too many minutes for most of our guys, but thought we didn't let it get too sloppy on either side. So did what we needed to, took care of business, got to 22-6. Very happy with our regular season. Now it's time to go have some fun, see what we can accomplish in the postseason.
And did you hear who you are playing on Tuesday night?
I saw at halftime.
Yep.
Did we play St. Francis?
St. Francis, that is who's coming into town. So that's a team you played not too long ago. Kind of two different games. How do you feel about St. Francis coming in here for the 3rd time this season?
Yeah, highly talented team, obviously led by Almodovar, Malone, and Burke. Very, very good offense, very tough defense, especially with Malone. He got in some foul trouble in game 2. So going to be a great matchup this whole tournament. Obviously loaded top to bottom, 1 through 8. So we got to get to work now and be ready prepared for Tuesday.
One more final thing, Coach. Senior day, always pretty special. Just tell us a little bit about some of your seniors here and what they've meant to you as a coach.
Yeah, I mean, all 5 of them different in what they've brought. I think the one-year guys of Kamani and Max, especially at the defensive end of the floor and veteran leadership, they've just meshed extremely well with our culture. Max obviously has won over 115 some games now in college, and so he came here with the goal of winning a conference championship and going to Kansas City. So that's what we hope to accomplish here over the next few weeks. Roman has had 2 outstanding years, obviously being away from family back home, to come over here and really enmesh himself in the campus community and everything he's brought to us from a defensive standpoint as well. He's been our best on-court defender for basically 2 years now. So looking to get him back hopefully soon. And then the other 2 I probably can't put into words. Lane and Lando have been a huge part of everything we've done. It's crazy now that they are seniors playing their last regular season home game. But what they've accomplished here, scoring the ball as well as all the many, many wins, super proud of them and who they've become as young men as well off the court. And so outstanding senior class. Now we hope to send them out the right way. We got a postseason game on Tuesday, and that's where it starts.
All right, Coach, thank you as always, and congrats on another great regular season.
Absolutely. Thank you guys, and thanks to the whole FDN crew. You guys do an outstanding job throughout the year.
All right, Coach, we will see you on Tuesday night. Ross, as always, any final thoughts from you before we kick it back to the studio?
Just a great win overall for senior day between the two teams. Gabi Melby got the job done.
Right.
And everybody, Landon Jordan, the Lane Sparks, they got the job done as well just to move on to the Crossroads League tournament on Tuesday night.
Foresters are 22-6. They will be the 3 seed. They will be playing St. Francis here on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. FDN Sports will have you covered for that one. That's the next time we'll see you. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great rest of your weekend.
One back.
back. That's out of here! Catch and fire. It's on the. He made it! Oh